Hello. Today I am going to work on SDL, Simple Direct Media Layer, and it supports the keyboard, mouse, and it's sort of a simpler version of the OpenGL 2D indie games. So uh, I really enjoy working with SDL because it's easier and also because it's a bit nostalgic. So, and although nowadays everyone, I mean, you have Unity and Unreal engines, SDL and C++ still have that nostalgic value, and we can still create some good games very quickly. So, I just want to show you some, if you're interested, some how to get started very quickly with SDL and what we can do with it. All right, let's get to it. One thing is for installing, as you know, C++ libraries, it's a bit tricky sometimes. So I would highly recommend lazyfoo.net, uh, and they have provided all the detailed instructions about how to install on, say, Windows, or let me show you for Mac. Those of you who are using Mac, you can see that they have provided uh, a lot of detailed instructions and on how to start developing. Now, today we will look at two things. One is SDL and the other one would be SDL image. So first, let's look at installing the SDL. So we can get SDL. I want to use the binary. So I'll just go to the home page and get the SDL releases. Somehow slow. So the one that we need is SDL developer 2.26.3 vc.zip. So I'm just going to download that. And so this is the overall SDL library. And we also need to be able to display images. Again, this is given on the SDL, sorry, this is given on the Lazy Foo's page. How do you set up image library, extension library, SDL extension libraries? So you can follow that. So I'll also show for Windows. So SDL to image developer, we need this one. So I'll just download that as well. So now that we have these two things, okay, so I had downloaded it previously. So let me, so once we have the two zip folders, let's just extract them both. Okay, so we need the image and we need the direct library. So there are two. Okay, so now let's go and start a Visual Studio. So create a new project. We'll just use a empty C++ template for now, and we can call it project one is fine. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is in the source file, we just create a new item and we can call it main. You can leave it as source.cpp, but we can also call it main.cpp. And so let's just write a little bit of code. So, okay, so we just iostream main and okay. So let's build this. Okay, so before everything, let's include the STL file. So we go to the solution, we click on properties, and we go to VC directories here. And the second one right now is include directory. So we have to include the path of SDL. So this will be our downloads folder, SDL developer, that, and we can include, yeah, we can just include that folder. Okay, then the next thing we need are the libraries. So let's go to the downloads and lib x64. So with those two included, the next step is to tell the compiler like what libraries we need. So we can do sdl2.lib and sdl2 main.lib. So with this setup, and one more thing we need to do here is, okay, mm, yeah, let's see here. So we can add the DLL, the SDL pre-built DLL to the path. So then in the runtime, we don't, I mean, in the debug folder or release folder, we don't pass this SDL2.dll. So what we will do is we can put it in the path, which is what I did already. Uh, so I have my path here as dev SDL2, but what you can do is you can do a new, and here you can just copy and paste this folder here like this, and you can hit OK. But since I already have it in a different place, so going to do, uh, I'm not going to put it in the path once again. Okay. But if you don't have SDL2 in your path, you should. Okay, that is one way to get the library, SDL2 library. Now, along with this, let's go ahead and do the extension. So the extension would be STL image extension that we will see today. So same way we have to download this that we all saw earlier, and Lazy Foo will give you the steps for Mac and Linux again. So it's the same, not a problem. So here I won't include the SDL2 image in the path, but I will put the SDL2 image in the, so that it's that so that the binary can directly access it. Okay. So this one, I will uh, place it in the place where binary can access it. So I'll also put the font in the other one. Okay, but I will still need to include these libraries. So include the path, I mean, sorry, the headers and the library. So I'll do that now first. Okay, VC directories include, and here we can do we have to go to downloads, image, include, okay, and for the library to downloads, image, lib x64. Yeah, I'm going to stop at x64 because that's where the DLL is. Okay. I mean, all the libs are, sorry, not the DLL. So once we've included the headers and the library, then after that we need to tell, um, uh, we need to give the library, the name of the library that we want to reference. So that you can see here. Okay, so this is SDL2 and SDL2 main we saw earlier. We should include the image library. So image lib x64. So SDL2 underscore image dot lib. So I can just copy this. It's always a good idea to copy so that we don't make any spelling mistake. Okay. and then we can apply it. So now, okay, one more thing. So right now the image, we haven't told this program where to find the DLL for the image. So we can include it in the environment path, like Windows environment path. And the other option is to directly take this SDL and put it in the place where the binary can find it. So first of all, let's then we have to, for that we have to build the project now. So we'll build it. Okay. So I'm looking at, okay, so what I'm looking at is project one. Uh, and we, before building all this, okay, wish I had shown it. Okay, so I want to build this now and show you the library. So we have this structure now, then I build it. So you can see that it cannot open this library, and that's because it, let's see, l2 image.lib. So we should have SDL to image. Let's see what path did we. Oh, see, it took it optional. We shouldn't go to optional because the lib is above the optional level. Okay, so now it should find the lib. So it has found the lib, um, but I will show you the problem. So let's say if we include SDL.h and we have to do undef main. So I'm directly telling you that type undef.main, undef main, because there is a little bit of a complication with the way SDL is referenced. So in Mac and Linux, please refer to lazy foo to see how to include the headers. It's SDL forward slash SDL2.h. And okay, so then if we include the to underscore, you can see that it's not recognizing this image because it doesn't have access to the binary. Okay, so what we should do is now we need to just copy all of this, all the DLLs, and just put it here. Now it should find the DLL image. As you can see, it found image.h, and we can build it now. And everything is, so we have successfully included all the headers and the libraries.